Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about Cancer in the 9th house. So what happens when we have Cancer in the 9th house in our birth chart. So before we get into that, I just want to let you guys know that I'm having a massive year-end sale that's going on. It'll be going on through January 1st. And it'll end on January 1st, so, take advantage of that. So, I'm having, it's 60% off of all my courses and everything, if you use the code HOLIDAY, and that's like a huge, massive discount, because normally my courses are like $250 or $300, and they're now being made available only for, $100, so it's really not bad. So check that out. Alright, and you can go to gebotheshaman.gumroad.com to check that out. The links will also be linked down below in the description and in the comments. So, and then I'm also having one other big thing that I'm doing for the end of the year is doing a Vedic astrology reading for 30% off. So when you go to vincent.thunderwizard.com, you can get your a Vedic astrology reading for 30% off, and yeah, it's a really good deal. It's less than $100 because I would normally be charging more than $100 to do that. So yeah, and then we have the courses available, for example, if you just wanted to buy my courses outright and not do the monthly subscription thing, which is what Patreon is all about, then you could go to Gumroad and just buy them outright right here. But if you wanted to try them out for a month and see how you like them for, a reasonable price, then just go ahead and go to patreon.com/GeboTheShaman, and we will have you, do those courses and get them for a reasonable price. Okay guys, so what else could I say? That's about it for my promotions and stuff. Oh yeah, also I do some life coaching available at Patreon. So if you're interested in doing some life coaching with me, you can go there and check it out. Okay guys, so we'll get into Cancer in the 9th house. Okay, so what's Cancer in the 9th house? Cancer in the 9th house. Well, in order to kind of understand this, we need to understand what Cancer means and what the 9th house means, so we can combine them and get the combination of energies. So, Cancer, what Cancer means is basically it's the sign of the mother. It's a indicator of your relationship with your mother. It's emotions, it's emotional nourishment, it's love, motherly love, unconditional love kind of thing. It's a lot to do with emotions and things like that. It has to do with the sign of Cancer is ruled by the moon, so it has to do with the tides, and it's a very watery sign. So it's a water sign. So and then we have, so it's ruled by the moon, and the moon, basically what the moon does is it controls the tides, right? The tides rise and the tides fall. The moon itself, waxes to full and it wanes to new moon. So it's always in the state of flux. It's always in the state of change. It can never be, fixed. It can never be, one thing all the time. It can never be pinned down like that. So, the moon is always, changing. And so, the like our emotions are always changing, and the moon represents the heart mind. It's the heart mind. So when people, like in the Vedic text, it'll say like the moon represents the mind. Well, when people in Western culture, they think of the mind as the intellect, right? Well, the mind in the Vedic texts was the heart mind. It was the emotions, the feelings in the heart center. So, so that's what they meant by the heart mind. So, so then, yeah, so we kind of got a feeling for what the sign of Cancer is, and now we'll talk about what the ninth house is. So the ninth house is all about spirituality. It's about let's see, religion, spirituality, higher learning. It's the house of good luck. It's the house of of spiritual teachers, gurus, things like that. So, and yeah, so this is the house of, higher learning. It's the house of religion, spirituality, higher learning, also foreign travels, like doing pilgrimages and things like that. That's what this house relates to. So, and higher education too. So, yeah. So, so then we'll talk about the combination of this energy. So what does it mean when we have Cancer in the ninth house? Well, basically what that means is it's this emotional sign in this really spiritual placement. So, or the spiritual house. So it's that means that you get emotional nourishment and emotional nourishment by doing spiritual practices, by getting involved in spirituality. So spirituality will heal you emotionally. Okay, that's what this means basically. So yeah, we have the house of spirituality and the sign of emotions and emotional nourishment and things like that. So yeah. All right, guys. So what else could I say about this sign? This also represents your relationship with your mother. So your mother could have been like your teacher, like a teacher who instills, spiritual values, philosophical values. Oh yeah, that's the other thing that the ninth house represents, philosophy. So your mother would probably have instilled like religious values or spiritual values or philosophical values into you from a young age, and so this is what this is all about. So in order to kind of get a better, another thing is your mother would have been kind of like a guru to you, in a sense, teaching you stuff and all that. But another thing that to keep in mind with this placement is you need to look at where your moon is sitting in your chart in order to kind of get a better understanding of this placement. Okay, so because the moon is the ruler of Cancer, looking at where the moon sits will give you a better indication of what's going on in this house. Let's say, for example, you had no planets in this house. Well, if the moon was sitting in let's say Gemini, you would love emotionally connecting with people and talking with people about spirituality. Okay, so we have the third house, or we have Gemini energy coming in here. So yeah, so yeah, it's important to really look at where the moon is placed, and also where Jupiter is placed, because that's another, co-ruler. So yeah. What else could I say about this? I think that's about it, guys. Yeah, just trying to think of anything else that comes to mind. It's just a very, it's like a very emotional sign. So, so yeah, basically that's it. Trying to think. Yeah, I think that's about it for this video, guys. So yeah, just go ahead and check out my links. I have GeboTheShaman.gumroad.com for the massive year-end sale, and we have this right here, Vedic Astrology sale going on for 30% off. It's at vincent.thunderwizard.com, and then you can check out my my courses on Patreon for the monthly subscription. That's patreon.com/GeboTheShaman, and you can check those out. So yeah. All right, guys. So we will talk to you next time. Peace.